Who's our DA for the week? I think everybody's here. Look at that.
Judge, I got to do this one in the infirmary today, so let me know if it gets too loud, okay?
Okay.
Good morning, Judge.
How are y'all? All right. Claudia, are you on, Claudia? All right. All right. This is it Regino Cipriano?
Correct, sir.
Okay. And did you want to call your client and testify?
Yes, Judge, please.
If you would, raise your right hand and be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth.
Yes, sir. I do.
You got to talk real loud because the court reporter is taking down everything. Say, okay.
Okay.
I do have a copy of the mental health assessment. I'm going to consider that for the purpose of this hearing, and you can go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. Your name is Regino Cipriano, is that correct?
That's correct, ma'am.
And you understand that we're here requesting a mental health bond in each of your cases. You have 2 cases from this judge, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Have you been diagnosed with mental illness?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
Okay, and what has your diagnosis been?
I have depression and manic depressive bipolar.
And have you previously been taking medication for those disorders?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you receiving medication at the jail?
I am, ma'am.
Okay, and what medication are you taking?
Initially at the hospital, I was taking Seroquel, Celexa, and Doxtin. The Doxtin and the Seroquel have been discontinued, and I'm on Zyprexa and Celexa and lithium currently.
Okay, and you've been taking those as prescribed?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that if the judge feels that it's appropriate to give you a mental health bond, you will have to continue to take your medication as it's prescribed.
I do, ma'am.
Okay. And if the judge grants you a bond, the plan is for you to go and reside with your sister, Lisa. Is that correct?
Yes, in Grand Prairie.
Okay. Okay. And she has a 2-bedroom apartment in Grand Prairie. She lives alone, so she's offering you her 2nd bedroom there, correct?
Yes.
And you would seek services through MetroCare. Is that also correct?
Yes, I have been to Mexico.
Okay, you've been to MetroCare in the past?
Yes.
Okay, and so you understand you'd have to seek services there and follow whatever service plan of treatment they recommend for you.
Correct.
Okay.
I suspect that I have I need to get a more accurate diagnosis so that I can be able to follow up with the meds and be productive again and return to my family and take care of my obligation.
Okay, and you're wanting to do what you need to do to address those issues, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You understand that if you're given a mental health bond, you'll need to check in with Ms. Fox. She's part of this Zoom hearing. You'll need to check in with her weekly. Do you have access to a phone to do that?
Yes, ma'am, I would.
Okay, and your sister can help you with that as well. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, and as long as you're not in an inpatient facility, you'll need to check in with the court at least once a month. Will you have transportation to see that you can check in with the judge?
Correct.
Okay. You also understand that if you release, it's not a get out of jail free card. You are going to have to do services and do what's required. And if you do not do what's required, then the judge can revoke your bond and you can go back to jail. Do you understand that?
I do understand, ma'am.
Okay. But you're asking the judge at this time to grant you a mental health bond in each of your cases, correct?
That is correct, ma'am.
Okay. I'll pass the witness.
Does the state have any questions?
Can you hear me, Mr. Cipriano?
I can hear you, sir.
All right, my name is Michael Mooneyham. I'm a prosecutor with the Collin County DA's office. I just got a couple of questions for you. So first one, when you picked up these new offenses, which you were alleged to have committed the following two offenses: unauthorized use of a vehicle and theft. Were you on bond for previous offenses you were alleged to have committed?
Yes, sir.
And let's talk a little bit about the place that you're going to go live with your sister. You know, you have some history with drug charges. Have you ever done drugs while at your sister's house or any place she's lived before?
No, sir, not with my sister.
Okay. And have you lived with your sister in the past?
It's whenever I was younger, like juvenile, but not as an adult.
Okay. And if this judge grants you a PR bond, you're going to take all your medications and do everything you're supposed to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pass the witness.
Anything else?
Nothing further, Judge.
Anything else from the state?
Yes, Your Honor. Just going to briefly read through this defendant's criminal history. I have a 1993 Class A misdemeanor theft, a 1995 arrest for aggravated robbery, a 1999 DWI arrest with also a third-degree arrest for a possession of controlled substance PG1 analog, an arrest in 2000 for manufacturing and delivery, which led to a 10-year deferred probation plea, a 2003 arrest for tampering and fabricating with evidence, a 2005 arrest for possession of a PG1 drug, which led to 9 months of state jail confinement, a possession of marijuana case in 2006, which led to 165 days confinement, along with a burglary of a vehicle case, a 2006 burglary of a habitation that resulted in 5 years TDCJ, a burglary of a vehicle conviction in 2006, a second one for 165 days of jail, tampering with a government record, Class A misdemeanor at the time, 165 days in jail in 2006, a failed ID in 2006, manufacturing and delivery in 2002, where he ended up on 8 years of deferred probation. And then most recently, Judge, we have a 2020 POM, a 2021 third-degree felony for possession of a PG1-1B substance, state jail felony amount, a 2022 theft of property, state jail felony amount, and then an unauthorized use of a vehicle in 2022. Both of the most recent offenses alleged to have been committed in Collin County.
Is that all?
That's all from the state, Your Honor.
Any argument from the state?
You know, Your Honor, this defendant picked up these new offenses while out on bond previously. Based off of that, Judge, we would ask that you, if you do allow this defendant to be out on bond, that you put some very strict requirements on him as far as drug testing and any other thing the court would deem necessary to make sure that this defendant is following all the steps that he needs to comply with his mental health bond and any other bond conditions that he has. So, you know, based off of that, Judge, we would defer to you and just ask that you put anything included in this bond that you deem necessary.
Well, I think the criminal history is just way too much. I'm not going to grant bond this time. Good luck. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Judge.
Judge, do we
Yes.
have one more hearing? Did that one get canceled?
It got canceled apparently.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Y'all have a good rest of your day.
See you later.
See ya.